There he is, Young Triz in the building.
We back.
What's good? Unquantized Podcast. We back for another Friday. We missed one, so we gotta get right into it. Let's hit it.
I'm back and I'm better.
Hey. Yeah. What's good? What's good? Man.
We out here, Woody.
So yeah, have we met before, man? I don't know.
It's been a minute. I feel like I forgot how to do the podcast. I'm like, yo, what do I do?
Oh, this is a fact. All right, man. Let's see who's in the building. H2O Av is in the building. B Vaughn is in the building. Hey, they let me look at the comments different. It's pretty dope. Now they're not over top of the picture. They're just like by themselves, and the picture's real small at the top. That's pretty fire. I don't know how I did that. I think it's an update or something. But anyway, Smoking Aces, we see you. What up?
Young Smoking Aces, what's popping?
So, yo, how was your week? Well, damn, how was your last week and a half?
Bro, I ain't gonna front. 2020 has been a wild one, dog. So, I know you were out of town last week. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have me a good Friday. You know what I mean? No podcast. Go for a bike ride. You know what I mean? So, I've been biking, doing the cycling thing.
Facts,
my personal record. Yeah, you know what I mean? I did 31.4. I'm gonna say 32 to round up. 32 miles on the bike. You know what I mean?
Armstrong, no scam.
You know what I mean? Out here, so I'm feeling great. I come back to the crib, and it's right around podcast time. Come back to the crib, and my power goes out. Now, if y'all watch the show, y'all know this has happened a few times. Just power goes out in the neighborhood. Don't know why. So then I'm hearing helicopters, dog.
Well, not the ghetto birds. They out.
The ghetto birds was out. And then we get an email. It's like, yo, you can't leave the neighborhood. Damn, so bro. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? Bro, they were doing construction and someone hit the power line, bro. And it set the truck on fire and set all the trees on fire, killed a guy.
Wait.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, I should have held my laugh.
I should have waited to put that one in. But yeah, killed a guy, bro. And so basically I was out of power and I couldn't leave the neighborhood because basically fuel spread everywhere, dog. So I was locked in the crib, like, dog, it was wild, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, what kind of shit is going on, dog?
Slim, what's up with your neighborhood, man?
Bro, and I stay in a nice neighborhood, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I've been to your crib. I've been in your neighborhood, and for as many problems as you be having, you don't even live in that type of place at all.
Bro, I'm like, yeah, I gotta move, dog.
Hey, listen, we're gonna start a fun. We're gonna move Trizza out of a nice neighborhood into another nice neighborhood.
A nicer, yeah, please.
Yeah.
For every sample pack, that's why I'm gonna be my sales video for all my sample packs. For every sample pack, you will help Trizza get his daughter in a better school.
So everything cool though?
Yeah, outside of, oh boy. Yeah, that was sad. And then I feel bad for we got a guard at the gate and she saw the whole thing. So that was that was wild.
Damn, half day for you.
Yeah. But so it would have been no podcast regardless if you was in town or not. That wouldn't have went down.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Bet, man. Well,
so that was my that was my wild event for the past 2 weeks. What about you?
Well, I don't know if I'm topping all that. I mean, no fires and all that stuff. But I went back home last week. Stayed for a while, man. It's the first time I've been back home in a minute. So, man, shout out to the DMV area. Shout out to Virginia, for sure. Drove past Halifax, told him holla back. Stayed in
past it?
Yep, I sure did. it was that one light and it was over with.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do it.
That's a fact. I'll tell you something dope though. It was my birthday last Friday.
Yes, sir. Happy
got to spend it. Thank you. Got to spend it with my family. I haven't spent a birthday with my family in probably about 15 years. So that was dope. So as I talked to DJ McGarver while I was up there, he's like, man, where you staying? You probably staying somewhere swagged out. I was like, indeed I am. So I stayed at this hotel in Georgetown. We always stay somewhere nice. This joint had a record store in the hotel.
Oh, that's fire.
Bruh. So one night I'm sitting there. I'm in the lobby with my wife. We just talking. And they got this playlist going. And I'm like, damn, that's a sample. That's a sample. Like, it was just dope shit playing. I was like, that's crazy. So the next day I come downstairs, I see it's a record store right there. So I waited for homeboy to come in there. I walk in. It's not just like a regular record store. It's a record store like if I owned a record store. Like every record in there is like dope sample shit, classic shit. Like this is shit that nobody knows about, that people about to start sampling for like Action Bronson in like a year. It was that type of record store. Man, you know I was in heaven in that joint, bro.
Oh, I know you went ham.
I was in there chopping it up with homeboy. It was amazing because I looked through the window and I could see like 2 albums, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't a regular store." So I was happy when I got to get up in there. It was nuts, man. Other than that, back home it was cool, man. It was cool. Yeah.
Shout out to Virginia. I only go once every 3 to 4 years.
Speaking of which, Get Busy show, my cousins in here, man. I was just talking about how I was in DC, in Georgetown. They got this record shop inside the hotel that was crazy. It was super crazy. So, man, listen, we might as well get into some action because we missed a lot, bro.
And a lot happened in the past 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah,
a lot happened. I guess we start with the one I feel like normally versus is a long conversation for us.
Oh, this is going to be the quickest one ever.
So, you have Patti versus Gladys. Shout out to Gladys Knight. Random fact, she used to own this restaurant. My homeboy was signed to Universal, which we'll talk about later. So we would get to eat for free because he was signed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so for part of my life in Atlanta, I lived off Gladys Knight's pretty much every day. Yeah, pretty much every day. You know what I mean? Getting plates, taking them back to the studio. So shout out to Gladys. But did you catch it? Did you watch it?
Man, let me tell you something. I've been so running around. I didn't catch Patti Knight or Gladys LaBelle. didn't see any of it. I missed it. I tried to tune in for about 5 or 10 minutes. They were just talking. I don't even know what was going on. Then after that, I wasn't able to tune in no more. So y'all gonna have to school me as to how it went down. I'm pretty sure. Well, let me guess. 2 great legends sang super well, probably sang over top of the music, still sound exactly the same. Oh boy, what a night. Am I right?
I'm guessing. I didn't watch it either, to be honest.
Oh shit.
It felt wrong now watching that without no collard greens being around. Like it wasn't no plates being made and listening to that kind of music. It was just someone right with it. You know what I mean? So I skipped past it. It wasn't a little too out my league. You know what I mean?
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure it was dope. I mean, it's let me not say their names backwards anymore. It's Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. So I can imagine how good it was. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I know that the aunts was going crazy, getting all of their nephews to be like, hey, hook me up, put me on Instagram.
Yeah, you know what would have been a great drinking game? To watch that with your older relatives and take a shot for every time somebody said, "You don't know nothing about this."
Yo, blood, you don't know nothing about this.
You would have been drunk in the first 5 songs.
You didn't even know Patti LaBelle was in the LaBelles, did you?
Yo, I hate when they say that and you actually do know about it. It's like a real popular song like Midnight Train to Georgia. You're like, nah, I know. I know. Heard it in Walmart this morning.
Walgreens plays it all the time.
Yeah, definitely. I know all the words. See, I'm singing along with it.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about this.
Did you see that everybody's been talking about this Janet Jackson versus Missy Elliott, which I think is a terrible matchup.
Come on. Listen, that is a horrible, horrible matchup. We can get back to that in 2 seconds. I think I got the best matchup ever. Hitmen versus TrackMasters. Come on, man. That is the only versus I want to see. Is taking it back to production. And let's be honest with you. No one can definitively say anyone's killing that or sweeping that.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
As a man who just came off of a road trip, and you know every road trip is 2 road trips, I've listened to the entire Hitman catalog and the entire TrackMasters catalog. So I've done the research over the last week. It is 50-50 down the middle. Who do y'all think will win? I think I even posted this on bruh. I'm telling you, it's way too close to call. And the people that say for sure such and such will win,
that's tough.
You ain't paid attention to the other side enough.
Snare for snare. TrackMaster snare versus
facts. So wait, so while people are putting that in there, Janet Jackson versus Missy Elliott.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't like that one.
That's a horrible. It's not even like the same thing.
Yeah, at all. And then you got to equate that Missy produced for so many people. So it's like, do you count those in there? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a weird.
Yeah, I don't even like. Yeah, Janet ain't got no raps. No raps.
I mean, Janet got some slaps, but
she got slaps, but no raps.
Yeah, that ain't a good matchup.
I would take Missy versus Busta over that.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, at least you get some type of style or something in there.
Janet versus Madonna, better matchup. Definitely. I don't know if I want to hear Madonna.
Oh,
and a versus battle. I feel like it's gonna be wild.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to justify my love right now and tell you I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. Salute to those two legends, but that's not for me. I feel like I got to be in a Neiman Marcus fitting room to listen to that playlist.
I want them to get back to the producers, man. I get it. The artists is Brandy brought in, Monica brought in $1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got to get back. And Trap Drummer, as soon as I said it, Trap Drummer Yoshi just said it too. Get back to the producers, man. We got to get some, you know what I mean? Dog, we got to get Alchemist versus Havoc in there. We got to get something grimy.
Come on, bro. I'm telling you, Hitmen versus Trap.
That's a good one.
That's the one, bro. I want to see that over Jermaine Dupri versus whoever. And
that's a party. That's a party right there.
It's a part, and not only that, let me tell you something. So on the road trip, as I'm studying all of these greats, the TrackMasters and the Hitmen, all of their music aged well. Like, even though you might be able to tell what year it's from, it aged well. It didn't sound corny. Sound selection by both camps, amazing, bro. Amazing, timeless sound selection that would blend perfectly with, like, if they were using a sample, anything. These were true craftsmen, and that's the only verses I really want to see right now.
I'm not mad at that one. I feel like that might be the best one I've seen, idea-wise, thrown out there in a long time. Because now people are starting to get ridiculous. Like, it'd be like, bro, that don't even match up, bro. Like, all right, let's get real. Like, let's put some real, like the Missy Janet, like. Who thought of that, bro? Like,
yeah, for that to even be a conversation. Let's dial it back. We done went all the way to the edge of the world with Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
We should bring it back a little bit before we go back to the edge of the world. We got to bring it back to producers, because let's think about it. It's a great platform that was started by two incredibly legendary producers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just sprinkle in a little more producer love. I don't want to see the artist. I don't want to defund the artist. None of that. I just want to just mix in a little producer. That's all.
You just want to reallocate some of the funds.
Just reallocate some of the screen time.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because we can't function without the artist. Let's not be ridiculous.
Quintendo said Little Poopy versus Justin Bieber. You know, is he talking about Little Poopy from Rap Game? Bravo. That was a good one.
That's gonna be close.
It's wild. Mulatto.
Oh yeah,
bro. It's wild seeing her take off, because I have not an issue with her music, but for me, it's hard to get past her music, because my association with Mulatto is a 16-year-old little girl on Rap Game. You know what I mean? So she's rapping about really adult stuff now, and it's kind of, for me, it's like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? What is this madness?
I didn't watch the Rap Game, so I'm happy, because that would have spoiled it for me. I don't like when people are kids. It takes me a while to wrap my mind around them as an adult performer. Yeah, I'm with you.
You're a grown-ass woman, but it's just in my head. You know, I got a kid now, so I'm just looking at everything like, this is sickening.
That's a fact.
What is going on?
I'm still looking at Shad Moss's little Bow Wow.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Real quick. Okay, I don't know if these topics are quick. I was gonna do In the Pocket and Offbeat before I forget. In the Pocket, judge rules in favor of Nicki Minaj in Tracy Chapman
Thank goodness.
And you sent me that because I was out of the loop. You sent me that. So in case you don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong with this story, Nicki Minaj had a song called Sorry that was supposed to go on her Queen album. It had a sample of Tracy Chapman's, forgot the name of the song. And it didn't make the album. I don't think the sample got cleared, but it got leaked. And then Tracy Chapman or the label tried to sue for the leak. Did I get that correct?
Correct.
And so now, yes. Yeah, Funk Flex leaked it. So they went to court over it, and the judge ruled in favor of Nicki Minaj. And the reason was because in order to obtain, this was the judge's reasoning, and I think it's cool. In order to obtain a license from somebody, you would have to most likely present them with some type of work that involves the music that you sampled so they can approve it.
Right.
So the judge is like, that is what Nicki Minaj did, and it did not get approved. The fact that it got leaked had, really nothing to do with her. But that's big because that would have messed up a lot of stuff for producers and artists and people that just sample in general. It would have put a lot of red tape in the sample process. So I'm happy. Judge ruled in favor of Nicki. It's a win for the culture for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad because I feel like sampling would have got ruined if that would have passed. Because I feel like it's going to be a common theme today of if you let one thing slide, it's going to be, you got to be careful about how it affects everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
So yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's it. Now,
wait, hold on. I'm seeing some Paula Abdul. Are we talking about Paula Abdul versus Janet Jackson in the chat?
I mean, straight up. Now tell me what we're talking about.
I did not think we were going there.
Wait, it's some good ones in here. All right, damn, what we talking about? Let's read this chat. This is
they in there too.
Oh shit! Oh, the squad is active. Hold on, Janet versus Sheila E. Whoa.
Ooh.
All right, hold on.
Sheila ain't got the discography though. No hate on Sheila. Sheila's beautiful, great. I'm a fan.
This is also why you would probably not see Lauryn Hill mentioned in any verses. But that's whole
the quickest
story. Yeah, that's a fact.
They should do it like boxing, where you got the warm-up matches where they have like people do like 5 records. You know what I'm saying?
You putting Lauryn Hill on the undercard?
I mean, she might be late, so you got to put her on the aftercard.
Points.
You know what I mean? You have like Bobby Valentino versus Day 26. Do like a light 3. You know what I mean? Like a light 3.
Yeah. By the way, I got Bobby V in that.
Oh yeah, Blackberry Molasses.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, man.
LL Cool J versus Ice Cube. Sounded kind of funny at first, but that's actually not bad.
Not mad at that one.
That's a lightweight mismatch that ain't too bad. I like that.
The yelling versus the trying to smooth talk the whole time.
It's a fact. Wait, Quincy Jones versus Berry Gordy. That's a good
one. Quincy though.
Yeah, for sure. But that's a good one. That's a Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle type matchup right there.
I would tune into that one though.
Oh, 100%. I'm tuning in.
I just want to hear Quincy.
That's what I was about to say. Uncle Quincy he gonna tell you something he ain't supposed to tell you.
Yeah, I was back in my day when I was partying. He'd be like, "Yo, Quincy."
Wait, and you talking about last week? Battle Cat versus Quick. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Cool. Janet versus Paul Abdul. Bruh. Pretty all right, actually. All right. Jadakiss versus Kendrick. Jada already did. He already got Fab up out of here real fast.
Yeah, that was a beatdown.
Yeah, it was Fab just wasn't. He wasn't with it.
Yeah,
he wasn't with it.
He's not ready.
It was the weed versus the liquor, and the liquor won by a long shot.
Oh yeah. Why does my phone keep trying to go to sleep? Stay active.
Yeah. All right. I think that might be it in here. I just wanted to check because y'all had some good ones in here. Damn.
Oh, before we get to the other topics, let me answer this one before I forget. Okay. See, you got any tips on how to win a beat contest? So I thought this was a good question because, I mean, and I feel Oracle, you can give some good insight to this, but I feel like it's a different mindset in beat contests than like making records for people to listen to.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Man, it is. First of all, if you want to win a beat contest, get some glow sticks, put them around your neck, get lots of air horns. No, honestly, like, it's all about showmanship. Hive Mind said it best though. First and foremost, you got to make a dope beat, and you should probably cheat and make it switch up like 3 times, even though they only giving you like 60 seconds. I've seen people do that a lot and they win. Also, all your glitch plugins that you have, call them all to the front. Pull them things out. Yeah,
Tornado.
Yeah. Calling all glitch plugins. We're gonna need all y'all on every track. A lot of
wet dry. There you go. It's all wet on this one. Ain't no wet dry. Fact. Them effects in full blast.
Slim. Also, not for nothing. Have some air horns. Air horn yourself.
Oh yeah.
During the battle.
You gotta have the little breaks with the little sound effects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta have all that. Movie clips,
feels,
all that. Basically, make a dope beat. Start from there, and then just go to town. Go to town. We need to see more ornaments than tree. If you feel what I'm saying.
That's why I never like beat battles, bro. Because it's like overproducing 101. It's like, yo, how much stuff can I put in this beat?
100%. You ever been one of the places where you get to make your own ice cream? Just dumping that sprinkles and M&Ms, and that's a beat battle. That's the beat battle.
It's when you go to Chipotle and you're like, yeah, I'm about to get a little double meat, little bit more though, a little bit more.
Exactly. Now, I'll tell you how to lose a beat battle while having dope beats. Do like I did. I lost a beat battle miserably because I had no showmanship. I think I told this story. I found out about it like right before the joint. They insisted I be in it. I went and I played my shit off an MP3 player. Now, that may sound like where I went wrong, but it's wronger than that because MP3 players were brand new. I mean, like that week, brand new.
It was on the
people
Zoom?
were like, it was something like that, yeah. People were like, yo, first of all, he ain't got no equipment, and what the hell is that? What, he got a Walkman up there? People didn't even know what it was. So the beats was dope, but I'm standing up there and it's like Kev Brown, Marco Polo. It's like nice heavyweights up there.
Right.
They got equipment and shit. They doing backflips. I'm just turning a little circle jump. So yeah, that's what you don't do. Lack of showmanship will you'll lose every time.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in a beat battle, well, now you're probably doing something digital or you're like submitting, but like if you're doing one on the stage, you got to get the head nod like that. Oh. That's the key part of a beat battle. You have to be more into your beat than anybody else. Like you really got to like oversell it. Yeah. And then whenever it's like a break or something, you got to do it. The imaginary drum fills. That's the secret to win beat battles.
Yeah, you got to have a certain level of confidence. I can't oversell my beat. Now, my nonchalant game is on 1,000,000. Like, so I'll play like a fire beat and just act like there ain't nothing going on. Act like I'm just sitting at home or wait for my clothes to finish drying. Just, that works sometimes.
Yeah, but that was a good question though.
Yeah, I'm rocking with it. Okay, so now, before we get into the real producer questions, I just want to know, is everybody excited for Maschine Plus?
I was just about to say that.
All my Maschine users, are you rejoicing? Is it Christmas? I mean, what's going on? Who's excited? Come on. Who's with me?
Raise your hands. Not everybody at once.
Exactly. But yeah, I know we're a week late. We missed the show. Get off our backs. But right before, I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday, Native Instruments announced the Maschine Plus. And even last time we reviewed one of their products, it caused a lot of trouble. So I'm trying to
We're never living that down, bro. That was a classic video, bro.
Yo, when I saw that joint, I started to hit you from the road like, yo, you want to do a reaction video? Yo, they see a reaction video from us, they not even go watching.
That it's moments that I'm proud of, and that video is one of the moments where because it's the most authentic reaction, and we did nothing but roast this man for wearing the outfit, and we got calls, bro. Like
we got calls from Native, we got calls from every other company. They were setting up phone interviews.
I don't even think they might have kicked me off sounds.com because of that one, bro.
Yeah. Oh, right. Your
Native
pictures
is not. Yeah.
Your pictures on the door at Native Instruments. You know, you go to the liquor store, the people that ran out or tried to cash a bad check. Your pictures up there at Native.
Bro, that was good times though. I gotta go back and watch that one. That was a good one.
It was. But in all seriousness, I see some people are excited. And that's cool. That's cool for Maschine users. Now, for me personally, because I'm going to give you my personal opinion, of course, it adds nothing for me because I'm not, first of all, I'm not going anywhere. And if I am going somewhere, I'm taking my laptop.
Right.
I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's not much bigger and I could do a whole lot more on it. But I think for people, like for newer people who are trying to get into, maybe just get into the hardware game or getting into producing, I think that's who they should really gear it towards. Because if I'm just starting out and I need something to make my beats on, and other than a laptop, and I need a sound card, okay, now right. I'm in the game, and it makes sense. However, I think the price is like,
damn it.
Oh, sorry. Come on. I think the price is like $1,300 or $1,400, something like that. Oh man, I lost my.
I'm back in there.
Yeah, you back in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I think the price is like $1,300 or $1,400, something like that, and that's just, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like double the price of an MPC one or a lot of things, fam.
Dr. Love said that's 3.2 PS5s.
Listen, see, financier. I like that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Is it worth? And I'm not shitting on it. I'm just speaking from my personal perspective. Is it worth paying an extra $700? I don't know how much the MK3 is. Let's just assume it's $700. Is it worth paying an extra $700 for $150 worth of equipment put into an MK3 and the convenience of being standalone, but not really being standalone because you still need a power supply, no battery?
Yeah, I was going to ask you what's the key differences, but okay, that makes sense.
For what I gather, and I know I sound like I'm shitting on it, but hold on,
you might be.
So from what I gather, it is this. It's a MK3 in a new look, a much better look. We'll have a USB joint on the side and more stuff in the back, but not much more. I hear it only has 2 outputs. So I would personally like multiple outputs on the back. Just for the USB drive. Oh, and it comes with double the RAM of any of the standalone MPCs, but it kind of needs it because all of their onboard synths, because Native Instruments has a whole lot of proprietary synths that do work in standalone. It's like 63 of them joints. So it kind of uses up the double RAM, even though it does have twice the RAM. I don't know. I'm not much into the standalone game anymore, so I really don't have a dog in the fight, but I like the way it looks. If I had to go somewhere, I would probably get an MPC Live or something like that because it has a battery, which makes it a true standalone. And also, last thing I'm gonna say about it, for someone who didn't know a lot about this, I think I did know a little bit about it. You can make a beat, take it, dump it down to standalone. And I'm like, well, how do the VSTs work? The dope thing about it is you can convert and save your program into standalone, and it'll turn any of your MIDI tracks into audio tracks.
Oh, that's fire.
Which I thought was really kind of cool. But now when I go back to load it back up, I don't know if my MIDI tracks are still going to be active and perform the same. I don't know how it works going back, but I did think that was cool that your MIDI gets converted into audio on the save. And it has some type of wireless thing where it can communicate with like iPads and stuff like that. So
cool. Don't have a bootleg program. You know how sometimes the patch, when you have a bootleg plug-in, not that I know about those things, but like the patch would reset. Never. Back in the day, you know what I mean? Long time ago.
Yeah, you would never. People were beefing about no touchscreen. And a lot of people like, that's how you can tell it was made a long time ago, no touchscreen. I personally don't think the touchscreen is that much of a deal breaker, to be honest with you. If I'm getting hardware, I'm more into the buttons of it. I got a touchscreen computer. I'm cool with touchscreens.
Especially, I think Kai messed up the most when they put the no repeat on the screen.
Yeah, they quickly reversed that, and that was good of them to recognize that was a big problem. That's why
I hated that.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I don't use my MPC Touch. People, it's hard when something comes out to get a straight review on it. I know I checked it out a week late, but everything is a comparison video.
Right.
I'm like, I want to hear about the new Maschine. Don't give me Maschine versus Live versus One versus this. Not everything got to be Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. It don't always have to be versus, man. Give me the specs on a thing that I'm looking for.
Just waiting for these companies to do some innovation, man. Where's the Tesla of music production equipment? Like, who gonna do the wild stuff? You know what I mean? And it might be risky, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of getting the same thing just repackaged with one new feature.
Everybody's chasing each other. Let me tell you, in here, and if you're on YouTube or something, you could probably see behind me. I have 3 machines, 5 MPCs. I'm kind of done, bro. Now it got to be something like you said, something that's gonna wow me. Where is the ASR of the shit? You know what I'm saying? Where is the controller, keyboard with the sampler? Basically everything that the MPC and Maschine and all that stuff is doing, but just with a keyboard. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think it is. Who's the first to do that?
I think, bro, a lot of this has got me out of the hardware game. To me, it's kind of like the push kind of showed me it's like, bro, I prefer the software and I just like the buttons. You know what I mean? I don't need to do all the standalone kind of shit because it's like, for what? You know what I mean? And so now I'm like, I look at all this stuff and it's like, y'all just keep repackaging everything. It's like, oh, we changed the colors of the lights. Now you get orange. It's like, bro, I don't care about that.
Yeah, like something. No. All right, man. Let's see what this chat is. Let's see what this chat is talking about.
I think my chat messed up. So
let me scroll back a little bit. No, man, just get to let's see. NI is taking the Mac route with the price point. Yo, that's a fact.
Yeah, I can't even. As a Mac guy, I can't even hate on that one.
Way overpriced. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, I'm still going back though. Rather have the MPC one instead. Yeah, the MPC one, in my opinion, is gonna be better. I don't have an MPC Maschine Plus, but I'm thinking the MPC one is gonna be better. The MPC one would have been the perfect portable standalone if it had a battery. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Let's see. Somebody said SoundOracle piece from the SP1200 King. Wow. Okay. Hey,
is this your king?
Hey, listen, SP1200 King. Hey, listen.
That's a big title,
man. Salute, salute for sure.
Mad Lib over there ready to fight. What you say?
Let's see. Everybody says no. Yeah, nah. Nobody's really right. Waste of hardware. Let's see. Ab McCree used it. It said you use 80% of the computer power on a 6-track beat. I can see that. I can see it. Nah, man, just get the John B app on iPhone. Y'all tripping. Yeah, nobody's rocking with it. That's cheap, but it works. Let's see. Yeah, it depends on the main mix. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm not really. Yeah, Push 3 maybe. Miko 2, you'll never see that.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Never. That's
done. They need to make a movie about that whole rise and fall of that company.
Do they?
That's a wild story.
Do they, bro? Now, see, Prentice raised a good point. These companies don't really have us in mind with the hardware. Yeah, they don't listen enough. They consult us as beta testers. Here's the thing. They need to consult a little more going into it. But I think they may be afraid or smart about avoiding getting a million requests thrown their way for something that they can't really make. But bruh, I think Native, be honest with you, I think they gassed the price up a little bit because in 3 months it's going to probably go down by like 30%, and then it'll probably be at a price point that they're more comfortable with it still moving at that price. That's what I'm guessing.
That makes
just
sense.
Based off of how electronics and the pricing of electronics is going and how fast the market is. I think it's a markup, a hell of a markup, just so it could come down by Christmas.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm just man. Put some new on there. Try something. I would rather somebody try something and you could be like, yeah, it ain't work, instead of like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the same thing but add an interface. They're just like, yeah, we already got interfaces, bro. Like, I don't need another interface.
Listen, give me that new ASR controller and we are good.
Oh yeah,
that shit is going to sell. I've been talking about this for at least 10, 12 years. I even tried to make it myself. And I even tried to pitch it and make it with these companies. That's how I even started talking to Akai and Native Instruments, all these people in the first place, trying to get that off the ground. But for some reason, they just won't rock with it, bro. But I do know an MK3 with $150 worth of hardware is not worth $1,300 or $1,400, and that's just my opinion. It looks sexy. I heard the build quality is amazing. And for what Native Instruments is worth and what Maschine has and all their built-in synths and all that, it's dope for Maschine users. But as far as standalone, I'm not a standalone guy, so it's not for me. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, indeed.
I think my chat is a little messed up, so I might be a little...
Okay. Somebody said that quarantine markup. So that's a fact, bro.
May JC says flash memory on the unit is just whack. What am I supposed to do with 32 gigabytes in 2020? Damn, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. The limitations of it aren't even like cool limitations, but the new standalone equipment is in its infancy, so it'll eventually get better. But it's the early stages of it. So you're gonna get things like 2 megabytes here and 32 megabytes there, like these little low numbers.
Right.
Fast forward 2 years from now, it's going to be 32 gigs of RAM, and just like a computer is.
Right. DJ 912 says orange with multiple assignable knobs, push more control at your fingertips, bruh. That's exactly how the commercials be. More knobs,
more assignable knobs, now heavier duty. Man, get your damn duty out of here. Hey, here's a random thought that has nothing to do with anything. When people bring up female MCs, no one ever mentions the Brat. I just thought I would bring that up. She wasn't bad. She was not bad at all, bro.
The Brat Tat Tat. She was in there.
Yeah, hey, I've listened to a lot of music over the last week, so I got a lot of like random music takes.
I see. You on there.
Come on, when I start mentioning the Brat Tat Tat Tat, you already know.
Brat Tat Tat Tat.
Yeah.
Random, but just shout out to friend of the show. Shout out to Sick Pen. Just did a new Alicia Keys single.
Hey.
Shout out to my boy, man. You know what I mean? I always got to shout out when the friends is doing something dope.
Facts. Shout out to Sick Pen, man. More air horns, more life, more placements. Alicia Keys album out now. I think Alicia is the single that you're referring to.
Whatever one. I think Tierra Wax on it.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, that one. Whatever that one is.
Man, I just found out about this album today, because today is the first time I tapped back into the online world for real. But I did hear a song called Alicia, and it sampled the Jackson 5's Maria, super popular sample. Whoever did it and flipped it, it was good. That joint was all right. But yeah, I'll check it. I'll check out her album. Shout out to Usher too, man. I know we're a week late on certain things. That Bad Habits joint. That's the type of Usher I want to hear.
That record's been in the stash for a minute, because I heard that. It's been a while because I heard it, during that run. You know what I mean? But to me, that was one of the stronger records.
It's a good fit. It's a good fit.
Yeah. And he's in Vegas now. He got his he's doing the whole Vegas show. Yeah, which I think is a good look. I feel like once you get past that certain level, it's like that's kind of what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He deserved it for sure.
Like he's in that J-Lo, like people want to see the show, and Tony I'm super Braxton. I'm uber famous kind of bracket.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm sure he gonna the witness protection thing came back.
Damn, bro, what'd you do, man?
Looking... Dang, son.
What'd you do?
That y'all had me out here looking like them dudes on So.
Wait, hold on, let me see how much time we got left. Because we got time we can get into some questions. Because I actually have some questions. I got a lot, man. It's been a long time. Let's see. Someone here says, do you think producers? Oh, what we were talking about. Do you think producers will begin shifting to hardware, synths, and outboard processing? All right. So, do you think producers will begin shifting to hardware, meaning synths and outboard processing? Yeah, for a while. Because the thing is, sometimes things are in, they get kind of pushed to a point, and then people want things back. It's like cell phones. Remember, cell phones was wild big, and then people like, you need to make them smaller. They made it as small as you could possibly get, and then they started getting bigger again. And now they're going to start getting smaller again.
Right.
That's what I think this whole standalone, in the box, hybrid, back to standalone thing is going to be. So I do think that there will be a whole bunch of producers like moving more towards hardware, but it'll be more producers moving towards hybrid hardware. You know what I mean? Like a machine controller. Because when you're talking about like real hardware, number one, a lot of that is expensive. And a lot of people that are copying these hybrid hardware things, they're either new to it, they're kind of like hobbyists, or they might not have that much expendable income. So I think we're going to see a lot of people using hardware pieces, but they're not going to be like analog pieces for real. Because that just takes a different level of dedication that I think the average person just doesn't have.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I think like all my friends that if I think about it, how their setups are, bro, 90% of them is mouse and MIDI keyboard. And if they have any like outboard equipment, it's like a synth or it's like a keyboard, you know what I mean, to sample off of. But outside of that, like people having like NPCs and stuff like that, not many people that I know use them anymore. And to me, I feel like because a lot of people that I know, they travel a lot and they're in the studios, so it's like a hassle dealing with that. And then it's just easier, I feel like, to just do everything in the box now. They ain't got it so well that I feel like it's actually more steps when you use like an NPC almost than you just doing everything in a box.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a matter of workflow, because that's the only benefit that these types of controllers and hardware are giving you now. Is just a different workflow. Like I like that workflow, but if I had to go somewhere, I'm not taking all that.
Bro, I remember when you had the old setup, dog. You coming to the studio was like a whole.
Yeah, it was a show.
You had the desktop for one, so that was a whole thing. Then you had to bring the NPCs. That was like a whole joint.
Yeah. Then I had that other laptop when we were down in Doppler. That's when the Maschine Studio was new, and I used to bring that joint. It was a show though, because I had the iPad with the interface I designed and all that type of stuff. It was fun. I say that much. It was fun.
All I bring is my laptop, a hard drive, headphones.
Bro,
that's it.
I do you one better. I'm not even bringing a hard drive.
That's real.
Yeah, if that joint don't just work off the rip like by itself, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's real.
But that was a good question.
DJ 912, shout out to the homie. He says, "Why do y'all think they hold records besides clearance?" Oh man, it's a lot of, especially with this Rona stuff. I feel like that really extended the holding records thing because you gotta think, man. Most people they put out albums and then they tour and they make money that way. I don't know why my phone is tripping, but so they make money that way. You know what I mean? So it's like when all this happened and people realized they couldn't tour, it's kind of like I'm just gonna hold on to everything, you know. Yeah. And then a lot of times making an album, people record 60 songs to get to those 13. You know what I mean? So it's like they're just holding and collecting records, trying to beat that record and see, find something that's better. Yeah. And so, I feel like that's why people hold on to records. But then it's like people like Future who I feel like Future get 20 records and like, all right, I'm putting something out.
That's a fact.
It's certain people that just throw them out, and then some people that just hold them, and then it's like, all right, this is a great body of work, put it out.
So what do you appreciate more? People that hold records for, let's say, a year, 2 years until they have what they feel is a great project and put them out, or people that while they're working on their album, they may just like they got a couple good songs, so they'll throw one or two out every now and again.
I think now the way how fast stuff is, you have to throw one or two out. But I do appreciate I feel like what music is missing is how much time we would spend on it. Like albums back in the day is like, and I say back in the day, like a few years ago, people would spend like, it would take a year to make this album. So when you're hearing it, you hear this polish because, you know, somebody's been working on the same record for a year, and you could hear the little accents and nuances to it. But now I feel like everything is like, all right, I recorded it yesterday, let's put it on SoundCloud and throw it up. You know what I mean? So now it's like, I feel like it kind of takes away from the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a dictionary.
I feel like the best person at it is Drake. Drake is the best at, I'm going to throw singles out, but then I'm still working on my album, and I'm going to stay relevant. That's
the best way. You can't sit on songs forever, because it's going to sound like you sat on your songs forever. Mm-hmm. But unless the song just fits your style, like that Usher Bad Habits, I can see how that song has been sat on for a while, if that's true. And also, it was a good fit, so I don't care that it was sense, old. Right. So your authenticity has something to do with it.
Yeah, but that's why people hold records.
Definitely.
Let's see. When is Oracle gonna get the Neuro-Link? Make music with your brain.
You assume I don't have it already. That's the problem. Hold on, and I'm only checking my phone because it's people hitting me that know I'm on the show, and they're hitting me right now, so I assume it's something important or maybe something I should be saying on the show. No.
See, I look at Neuro-Link like the automatic driving cars. Like, y'all got it the first 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna let y'all work out the kinks and figure that out. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be some mess ups. You know what I mean? So y'all work out the kinks. Then when y'all got like a 99% success rate, I might jump on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the joint where you hook it up to your brain, and then listen. Let me tell you something. I'm a grown man, bro. You ain't injecting nothing in me. Pause. It's not. Listen, I love making music, bro, but I'm not going to become the $6 million man just to make a damn beat. You know what? I got hands. I'm cool. I'll use my voice. That's as close as I'll get.
I don't even want to get the flu shot, let alone get something put in my damn skull.
Bruh, listen now. Now, if they come out with the beat block vaccine, you gonna take that joint?
No, I'm good. I said I'll wait. I'll wait, cuz I'll get some new sounds. I'll do something.
Thanks. Wait, Just Grizz 99 says missing the artistry of album making, skits, bonus songs, etc. I'm with you. Hip hop, I will say, at a certain point, early on, it's always been about making money, but now I feel like it's too much about making money. Like, how can I put out some songs? I remember when people like bundling with the tickets it's more attention put into the marketing side or the how can I flip the system side than it is put into the music side. And I understand why, because the money you're making from shit like streaming, you're making less money in a lot of places, especially now it's no touring. So now more than ever, people are like, yo, how can I get to the bag? What marketing gimmick, trick, or whatever, not that it's bad, but what can I do to get this money? And the focus of like, let me just make a dope ass album and take a whole year. Not many people can afford to do that.
Yeah, because everything moves so quick.
Yeah.
And then the way people consume music, bro, it's like Nas albums that everybody's talking about for 2 weeks. And then it's like, I don't really hear anybody talk about it again. I'm sure people still listen, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you got like 2 weeks and then it's like on to the next thing and then on to the next thing, on to the next thing. To where it's like, I remember growing up, dog, I would listen to the same album for like a year and a half.
Oh, easy. And it would be on the radio for a year and a half.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, that's why we love those songs. When you hear them songs that we like really attached to, it's because like, we love them. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we had so much exposure to those songs.
That's a fact. We live with those songs. Even if you didn't want to, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing certain songs. And like you said, for an entire year, bro. For an entire year. That's why those albums are super classic. By the way, another super random music thing that I noticed. Outkast, Spodioti Dopalicious. One of the greatest songs ever, arguably.
Big facts.
Of course, the chorus, Damn, 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 James from Good Times. If you listen to the beginning of the song and even until the end of the first verse, there's one girl or two girls doing ad-libs in the back. And all they're saying is damn. Over and over and over and over again. Like, when the song comes on, the musical intro is long as hell. It's like 16 bars of music. They're saying damn through that whole thing. And then the first verse, they're saying damn through that whole thing until it goes into the chorus. I thought that was genius. And it's little shit like that makes songs super dope. Like, people don't really do things like that. Like, people used to do things like that a lot that were really, really smart, really quirky. And now I can't listen to the song and not hear it. So I encourage everybody after the show, put on that song and enjoy the dams all the way through to the end of the first verse.
I never noticed it.
Bruh, it was amazing. I love discovering stuff like that.
DJ 912 says, so will artists move towards merch and live shows like 2 Chainz doing Most Expensive-ish? I think this whole Rona, all of this stuff exposed that artists are very vulnerable when it comes to, because and I'm sure the next topics we're going to get into, we'll talk more, but most of the money is made from doing shows, right? Mm-hmm. Publishing and all that stuff, it's money in it, but it takes a while. You got to have a good setup to really be getting a lot of that. Yeah. So most people make money on the road and doing shows and different stuff like that. So now that everybody's been locked in the house and can't go out, I think now people seeing like, okay, I got to start making content. I got to start doing these other things because I can't go through this again. Because I'm dog. It's bad when Follies in Atlanta went out of business. That's real. Bro, I was heartbroken. So if y'all don't know, Follies is like a legendary strip club in Atlanta. If you ever heard a Future song, he's mentioned Follies 20 million times in those records, right? Facts. So that tell you what kind of like state that we're in of like these places are just going. A club I used to DJ at like damn near every week, probably twice a month. I would be over there. They went out of business. You know what I mean? So the economy for that kind of stuff is like really suffering. So I think, like you were saying, like the 2 Chainz show and like content, like people doing Twitch, I feel like that's the new like wave. And of course, stuff is going to get back to doing shows, but I feel like that's not going nowhere. Like people are going to keep doing this content kind of stuff up. Yeah, I agree. Hold on, man. I just got a message from my bartender. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. While Oracle is pouring up, sorry, Instagram, my chat is messed up for the second, so I'm just kind of YOLOing it right now. But Havmon says brand building is key. I just trademarked my logo. Merch will be out at the end of the year. That's what's up.
All right.
That's what's up.
Speaking of merch, shout out to the letter L Beats. Sent me the Fly Good Beats shirt. Shout out to him, man. He got some fire merch. Always shout out to the letter L. I don't even know if he's in here today. He's usually in here too.
Good people, though.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out. Yeah.
DJ 912 says, what? Not the strip club yet. Follies is gone, man.
Man, it's a lot of joints. Man, a lot of good restaurants. A lot of good restaurants gone.
Oh, bro.
It's crazy.
Where else will I go to see strippers and drink terrible drinks and smell like cigarettes? Where else? At 12 in the afternoon.
I got to get that popping at home now. I'm now hiring.
Right. Who got the Newports?
The advancement of technology has changed the entire landscape of music. That is a fact.
That is true.
That's a fact.
Which the next couple of topics I feel like needs to be considered. I think y'all know what we about to get kicked off soon, but
yeah,
we got to talk about this music industry, Kanye, Russ, Hit Boy fiasco that's going on.
No Lupe. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. All right, so listen, this is what we about to do because they're about to kick us off anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it down, and then we can come back and we can start really getting into some of the heavier topics.
Yes,
you
sir.
know. So listen, everybody, if you need to take a bathroom break, if you need to go get a drink, too bad because we'll be back faster than that. So we'll be right back in a few seconds.
Cool. YouTube, stay right there.
Yes, sir.
We're not going nowhere.
In video. Deleting video.
Oh, my phone fallen. Yeah, my phone is tripping, dog. It keeps like trying to lock the screen. You know how it like fades out and gets a little gray?
Hell yeah.
Let's see. I noticed the shirt. Don't you have to win that shirt? Not when you're VIP, my dog.
Yes, sir. That joint arrived crispy to my mailbox. I won it. I put in the work to win this shirt many, many years ago. I did it all just to win this shirt, as a matter of fact. Shout out to the Letter L Beats again, for sure. All right, man. Oh, yeah. First of all, let me get in here with Triz. I'm about to just going with the show like you win this joint.
Tony, what up, man?
Hey, did you already? Oh, there you go. I see you.
Triz, I have a green screen now. What do you use to put the graphics up? So when we're on Zoom, I just use the built-in Zoom features. But I've been using Streamlabs OBS. Check that out. They have OBS and the Streamlabs OBS, right? OBS is old. To me, it's like old school. It's a little more complicated. Streamlabs is a little more better. The interface is much better. You know what I mean? So check out Streamlabs OBS. Not too hard to set up. There we go.
Facts. Real quick, man, shout out and happy birthday to my brother Tech Beats.
Hey, Young Tech, what up, man?
Yes, sir, man. Virgo season is well upon us still. Do not get fooled. Do not get fooled. Here's a question: is it too late to produce in your 30s? Man, what are you? Man, that's when you just getting your seasoning, man. What you talking about?
Hey, man.
That's when the seasoning is on there. It's like a skillet, man. Your skillet is new.
That cast iron.
Well, in your 20s. Now you got the seasonings from the past meals in your 30s. Yeah, for sure. Somebody said Oracle drop a Logic template. Don't use Logic because I don't use a Mac. Somebody's trolling me.
Yeah, what up, man?
The Letter LBT is in here, man. Real quick. Oh, also Flux 302. Shout out to Flux getting it in with the SP 2400. I like what I see there, man. Doing a great job. You and I know the guys over at I Love Music, and you're doing a great job reporting on it, telling us what's happening. Doing demonstrations. You, Ski Beach, EA Skis, a couple people out there that got the prototypes. Man, shout out to y'all for sure.
Live from the streets.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you for reminding me, Flux. Yesterday was my sister Stoney's birthday. Happy birthday to Stoney. Yes, sir. Stoney. I had to hit her up yesterday. Wish her a happy birthday. So happy birthday, young Stoney. Oh, shit. Yesterday, EA Ski's birthday. Happy birthday to the homie EA Ski. Man, listen, the Virgos, man, we are here. In case y'all don't know, and last Friday I wasn't here, but it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Also, it was Ludacris' birthday that day.
Oh, yeah,
happy birthday to Luda.
It was mad people's birthday that day. I was like, damn.
Man, day before that, I take it back. Big Daddy Kane, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Kane. The 12th. The 12th was somebody's birthday too. Not Mary, might have been Mary J. Somebody else. There's a couple people's birthday on the 12th as well. So, man, listen, Virgo gang, we here.
I don't. I know this is not production related, but I don't really believe in astrology. But I find it weird that a lot of my friends are all like, I have 3 friends that I'm really cool with, and I didn't realize they're all born either on the same day or a day within each other. Yeah. Right. And then like how you, like, I got a bunch of friends that's all born in that same little group. So everybody that I hang with, they're always born in the same little categories, which is weird.
Bruh. Yeah. Like a lot of the people I named, I'm cool with, and I didn't know we was just hella cool. And then we found out that we all shared the same, Tech, Stoney, Ski, Luda, and then you find out like, damn,
right.
I try not to believe in it, but sometimes the coincidences are just way too much.
No, that's real.
Yeah. Let LB said stop playing 30s is lit. Man, you better ask somebody, bro.
Man,
come on. Are you serious? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to stop reading this chat because we actually got some real topics and real questions.
Oh man, do you want to get into the music business 101 Kanye fiasco? No Lupe.
Hey man, let's talk. Oh man, shout out Prentice, happy birthday to your pops.
Hey,
yes,
shout out there.
Yes sir, man. Hey, let's get into it. So what's been going down?
Kanye is one of those people, man. I will give Kanye this. Kanye is the most polarizing person in a long time. Because, you know, we talk about it. Kanye's been one of my biggest influences. And then this past couple years, I'm not really messing with Kanye as much. But, you know, he had some points at times. And he started bringing up basically how, and I don't agree with the terminology, but he's saying that the music industry and NBA is modern day slavery, which I don't like. I don't think that's a fair comparison. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what people back in the day was going through, but I'm sure it's not nowhere compared to the music industry and NBA. You know what I mean? So I don't want to put it like that, but it is a lot of negative connotation and negative situations that come out of the music business. And it's almost like a lot of stuff in America. I feel like nothing has been updated. And I feel like the music business, certain parts have been updated, like streaming and all that. But as far as what the creators who make the stuff, it hasn't been updated. You know what I mean? To really work in our favor. So, you know, Kanye's talking about a lot about masters and, you know, Universal not selling, won't tell him the price for his masters.
That was my offbeat, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it just brought up this interesting discussion about, you know, how the music industry works and contracts and how they're meant to confuse you, which is very, and you know, it's very true. So I've seen a lot of people's like, well, if you don't want to be in this contract, don't sign it, right? But even if you, bro, I've seen situations where you have the lawyer, they break it down, but then the technology changes. You know what I'm saying? So like, if your deal is based off of CD sales and now we're on streaming, you're pretty much screwed. You get what I'm saying? Because your deal isn't built for what's going on now. You know what I mean? So it's like, it has to be some kind of update to all this stuff. And it's a lot of different views on this, which it's wild, bro. So what do you think about that before we keep going into it?
Well, before I get into the topic, I agree with you. There should be an update or periodic updates about this. The only problem with that is the people that are going to be updating it are not going to be the artists. The people that are going to be updating it are the people that are keeping it bad in the first place. I truly believe that until we get like some artists in here to work with these companies and make some real decisions, then yeah, I don't really know. I do think it's wild that Kanye said that Universal will not tell him the price of his masters, how much it would cost. And he says because they know he can afford to buy them. So I guess the game is, I can assume the game is, well, if we don't tell you the price, then you can't buy them. Either that or we don't know the price. But I mean, shit, it's a calculator over there. Let's go.
All right, let's figure it out.
I just think it's wild. I think now more than ever, outside of getting a good lawyer and doing better business deals and good contracts, get some other shit going on. Seriously, other than selling music and surviving off of your artistry as a musician or as a producer, still do that, but try to get some other shit going on. Because if you look at the producer American dream, it was always get signed to a major label, produce everything that's on the charts and become the big blah 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 blah. Well, the part of that equation that means you have to deal with this label is now the big problem, or is a bigger problem than it has ever been in music. So how long do we hold on to that dream as producers to be courted and wooed by a great label and produce for all their artists? If shit, you can't get your masters, bro. Even if you can afford your masters, you can't get them. And then reportedly, people out here, listen, it's a lot going on. I just encourage people to get some more, just to get some more shit going on. I'm not the biggest Kanye West fan outside of music, but he has a point. He has a very good point on this one. We're talking about ownership. and all that. But just know, if you really want your ownership and your shit is really worth something, it's gonna be a fight. And somebody is trying to make sure you don't get every single thing that you deserve. So you got to be extra vigilant, have your lawyer be extra diligent, all that, because it's not designed for you to win. And the person that you're negotiating with, as much as they tell you they're for you, they are not for you. They are for the money. Just like you're for the money when it comes. There's nothing wrong with being for the money, but don't have this person is for me, therefore I trust that they're going to do good business with me, because labels show time and time again that's not the case.
It's so tough because like people will be like, hey, don't sign it. But if you're telling somebody that's never had nothing, and then it's an opportunity for them to get a large sum of money, and it's a way to help their family not to sign something, it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be hard for somebody to understand, like, hey, I got to turn down this money and support my family and just keep struggling for a while until I can find a way that might not happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it from the business side. If someone's offering you this, like Joe Rogan, for example, Spotify could pay him $100 million because they know they could leverage that to make more money than that $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Make $1 billion plus on that.
Anytime they offering you a sum is because they think that they can make more of that from you. Facts. Right? So I get it as a business terms, but I guess my issues is it's no like statute of limitation for a lot of these deals. It's no renegotiation. So people get stuck, you know what I mean? And then the times change. So, and it forces you in a weird spot. So the part that I thought was so wild was then Hit Boy makes a post, right? Mm-hmm. And Hit Boy made a post basically saying, I hadn't talked to Kanye since he told me I stopped picking your beats because you work with Jay-Z and Beyonce, which is wild.
Right.
And you know, that basically like Universal was basically holding him hostage. And that part was kind of discouraging for me because Hit Boy, his catalog is crazy. As many placements, nuts. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, if he's still stuck in that same deal for what he said, 14 years, 10 years, something like that. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. So if he's been in that same deal for all this time, you know what I'm saying? It's like, something's not right with that because he's probably one of the most successful. So imagine somebody who's not as successful as him of what they're going through, you know? Yeah. And that's the part that I don't like is that they can move the goalposts. It's so many things that they do to finesse the publishing to, like, I know for pub deals, right? And like certain places, I'm not going to throw out the names, but they will throw other people on top of your records, right? And you think that
bust them down.
Yeah, it's because one, it's going to keep you from reaching your deal the fastest, and then everybody else that they're throwing on there is also signed to them, so they're eating a little bit off of each person. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So you might be making progress, but you're just chipping away at your deal and not really.
Bro, your 5-song deal is going to take you 20 years.
And then even that, a 5-song deal sounds great, right? You're like, oh, I can make 5 songs. As a producer, a 5-song deal is really a 10-song deal.
Well, it's 5, and that's if 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really a 10-song deal if you produce everything by yourself. If you co-produce, then it's going to be 15, 20 songs, 25 songs, that's a fact. Depending on how many splits.
And if I'm the label and you did do it all by yourself, but I'm not ready for you to move that fast, I'm going to just throw somebody on the song. And I got my guy and he added a hi-hat, so now he part of this too. And this dude over here, he added the air, so he going to get a percentage too.
You're right.
Guess what? Now you didn't do that 100%. Because homie added the silence at the end. So you got to bust it down with him.
And so here's where it gets tricky, bro, right? And I agree with Kanye about the masters, but how does the deals that everybody on Good Music look?
Good question.
Because as a label guy, you get what I'm saying? Like Kanye's going to have to, if you're saying all this about masters and people owning stuff and this rights for the musicians, he's got to look at what he's done with all these people. Like, what is designers deal looking like? What is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are all these people's deal looking like? And then you got to keep that same energy with them. Yeah. So that's where it's going to get tricky, right? And that's why I don't see a lot of people talking about it in the music industry, because I feel like if once you open up that door for one person, it's going, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to start. Like, if Kanye buys his masters, then Drake going to be like, you know what? I could buy my joints too.
Yeah, and
all the top people are just gonna start buying their way out, and then it's gonna make this whole weird shift. And I don't think that's what they want.
I got a question. Flux said something here, and it kind of made me think. I'm gonna expand on what he said, but he said I think cats like Master P, LP, etc. really shined a light on the power of the indie. Remember back when P and all the Tech Nine and all these people were doing these crazy indies, selling out the trunk, even probably E40 and a whole bunch of them. So now that creators have been given more power, more resources, and more technology to do that easier than they could, it seems like the whole indie way of doing things isn't celebrated as much as it should be. Like everybody at this point should be like, I'm going to do my whole thing indie. I'm going to make my money. I'm going to negotiate my own stuff. But it seems like people now more than ever are still wanting to get that deal. You know what I'm saying? Sign with that label. And I would just think with technology being what it is and the access to everybody in the world on a daily basis being what it is, more people will want to go that sell it out the trunk, Master P, Too Short, that type of deal. But people don't really want to go indie like that. I don't hear it a lot, and I wonder why.
I think it's because indie. I think when you sign to a label, what you're doing is you're signing to a system. You know what I'm saying? So it's like works. Yeah, it is already kind of proven. So it's like you doing the indie route is, I got to figure out how to get to radio. I got to figure out, and I think people get scared of having to understand. I got to put this whole formula together myself, and you know what I mean. And it's kind of like the NBA, like. You might get the right pieces in theory, Clippers, you know what I mean? Yep. But y'all might be trash. You know what I'm saying? Once you put it all together, Clippers, you know what I mean? But so it's like you might think in theory, but then it's like you go to a team where they got everything kind of laid out and then they can just throw you in there and you do be successful. So I think that's why people are so weird. But if
everybody on that team is complaining and dying and all that type of stuff.
Hey, that is true. You know, that's true. And I think labels are going to have a harder time as time goes by because now I'm seeing more people be independent and talk about being independent. Like, I feel like a lot of these young rappers are very independent, you know, but I feel like this is like a new thing that we're just hearing about, you know, but you got to think of how many rappers from previously all are struggling and dealing with some kind of like crazy contract or some kind of wildness. Which I don't know, man. It just sucks, man. You know, being in this industry, it's like, of course we love music and of course we love, you know, doing what we do. But then it's like that part is frustrating. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like when I was reading those tweets, like Pop Wanzel, if you never heard of him, one of my incredible producer.
His father was amazing.
Dad, incredible, like producer, musician, or whatever. And he was talking about how he took 2 years off because he was like depressed because his contract was like messed up. And I'm like, bro, your dad is the guy that like they sample. Didn't they sample like Maybach Music was one of his dad's records?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous breaks ever. The Planets break is his father. Like Dexter Wanzel made some of the most amazing music ever. But yeah, you're right. Ross sampled him as well as like a ton of other people. And it's one of my favorite breaks that is Pop's made ever. Yeah.
So it's like this. He grew up in the music industry. I'm sure he had some of the best people around, and then he's had an incredible career. But yet he's still in a bad situation. You know what I mean? That made him not want to do music for a while. So that's like when you hear stuff like that, it's just like that sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which then that brought me to another point of Russ, right? And people hate on Russ, but the more I hear him talk, the more I like him. The more he explains stuff, the more I get where he's coming from. And he was saying it's an issue of who dictates the price of stuff. Like, why is my album $10.99? Why is a single $129?
That's a fact. Why is a stream not even a penny?
Yeah, if we're not controlling what the price is, why are people able to say like this is what the single is going to be? Why can't we pick what the price is? And it's just start opening up all this stuff and like, yo, why is this like that? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense. So it's just, I feel like it's going to be either this is going to stir up a lot of stuff and they're going to have to make some changes, but I feel like it's going to have to be something else that happens. It's going to have to be like a movement of a lot of people joining this and speaking out for it to something to happen. Somebody's got to organize this, or is this going to keep happening?
Shit is messy and cutthroat, bro. Mm-hmm. It's real messy and it's real cutthroat. At a certain point, I think artists either gonna go indie or you just gonna want to wash your hands of the whole situation. Because me now, looking into it, if I wasn't already into it, I'll be like, I don't want no parts of this shit.
Oh yeah,
it sounds crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, what happened to making good music and making money and all that? Why is it and it's not just this industry, but every time, you think you're making some advancement, is somebody there to like just cut you off, or you know what I mean? And it's like, why would you even get into that shit? How deep is your love, as they say?
And do you feel like as an indie that you only could go so many places?
Negative. I feel like as an indie, you could do whatever you want. You could start some shit that no one's ever seen before, and there's nobody here to tell you no. You can't do that.
Like, do you think, like, say for example, like getting those outlets like Jimmy Fallon and all that stuff, like, do you think you can get there as an indie?
Yes, because they only pick people that people place value on and that people say are dope and people say are important. And a lot of that now comes from social media, and everyone can control their own social media. So if you blow up big enough to a certain audience, those people, like a Fallon show or something like that, they only want the hottest shit on the planet. And if you are the hottest shit on the planet because people are telling them that, yeah, you're going to be right on there, versus somebody who is doing half of what you're doing and the label say you need to have them on. They're like, yo, we'll have them on right after we have this motherfucker on who did 3-4 times more than your artist. And it's no ceiling to it. You can just do whatever you want. Now, of course, it's way tougher. It's way harder. But I mean, freedom ain't cheap. Yeah. Freedom ain't easy, but it's freedom. You can do whatever you want. Anytime you want. Charge whatever you want.
I think it's like people are just now starting to see like the consequences of how all this, like, if you think about hip hop and rap, it's fairly new. You know what I mean? Like when you think about it in terms of like time frame. So I think now people are starting to see like, okay, this is what's messing up. Like we're suffering the consequences from all this stuff. Because it wasn't too long ago that everybody wanted the deal. And that was like the goal, get a deal and then you be on. And now it's like, yeah, this is low-key kind of trash. Like,
it's true. But who's going to change it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Who's going to change it? Because even when a problem is recognized, that's a good first step. But when you have a system that's as powerful and well-rooted as the record industry is, it takes a long time for shit to change. If you look at the housing market, like redlining and bullshit in the housing market that has been identified as wrong decades ago is still in place because the institutions are so strong and so well rooted that it just takes time and a big movement to change it. And the record industry is going to be no different. I would just like to find a way where artists and producers now don't even have to fuck with the record industry. That would be ideal. Until the record industry gotta get the Redskins treatment. You gotta start pulling some money so they can change their tune. Because as long as they're making money, they ain't changing nothing. Why would I change? I start changing for you. Now I got changed for him, and her. And now my profits done went down 20, 30, 40%. I'm not having that. I'm gonna keep this in place.
Like, did you see it's a podcast network called The Ringer?
Yeah.
And they have like people who work for them, they're forming a union against them because they not cool with, a lot of the stuff that's going on. And it's like, I keep hearing about this producer union and it's a good idea, but I don't think it's ever going to happen until it's got to be somebody that's notable and somebody that's willing to put that time in to really get it going. Because, it's just kind of like everybody thinks it's a good idea, but nobody's outline of what it really is. Yeah. And I feel like until stuff like that starts happening, it's going to be the same. It's always going to be the same thing over and over. You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
And it's weird that movies are so strict. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever like been on movie sets, but the union is so strict, bro. Like,
oh man,
yeah. Bro, I shot a commercial and then I did one movie, right? I hate talking about that movie because I don't want people to look it up and see me in it. But I did a movie, right? I'm in there like 15 total seconds. I was there for like
it's Mean Girls.
Shut up. My bad. Shut up. But so I'm in there like total 15 seconds, but I was there for like 3 days shooting, right? It was someone with a timer. Soon as lunch break, they like clear. You know what I mean? everybody get off the set. Like, they're so strict with everything. But then when it comes to music, it's the most no rules, lackadaisical. You know the word. I don't know why I can't talk to that.
Cadillac converted.
Yeah.
Cadillac daisical. Yeah.
Cadillac recadaisical.
Yeah, there you go.
I just always thought that was so weird that, like, in that instance, and they're so close. Movies and music are so closely related that you would think that would, like, you know, it would translate over.
Man, listen.
Thanks, Oracle. Everybody's saying they about to look it up.
Hey, man, listen. Thank me later. Yeah, it's crazy. So how did this topic start? Oh, the Kanye joint.
Yeah, the Kanye joint.
And we ain't even get into the Jay-Z aspect of it. I don't really want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know if it's true or not. And Kanye kind of went. He kind of defended it, so I'm not even gonna go there.
Did you see Kanye peeing on the Grammy?
I heard about it. I haven't seen much of anything, but I heard about it, and I'm like, bruh, I get it. Didn't really need that, but I understand.
Yeah, it was a little much.
I understand.
My question was,
what?
It was who's gonna take it out the toilet, because you can't flush that. So somebody had to take that back out the toilet that he done pissed all over.
Listen, man, you paying somebody good money to clean your house.
That's true.
I think they're earning their money that day. Yeah, I urinated on a Grammy back there. If you could, thanks.
I'm sure that's not the wildest thing they done heard working there.
Facts. I still want to put it back on the shelf, and I don't like germs, and I don't want it tarnished. Please don't fade the paint. Yeah.
Yeah, the Giddy Up 409 is in the closet. Get to work.
There you go. There you go. I want you to put some Murphy's oil soap on there. I know that's for wood. So I'll use that for the base. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not peeing on nothing to prove my point, but I get it.
We'll see. Unions are the reason why it's cheaper to build an American car overseas and then ship it back to the United States. The only thing about that is that's like a system. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're talking creativity. Like, I don't think you can outsource, trap type beats to India. You know what I mean? You might can. I'm sure it's somebody with some heat over in, Bangladesh, but I don't think it's one of those things that you could just outsource over there. It's, music is such about the brand and your lifestyle that I don't think you can outsource that. I feel like you kind of got to go with it in a way.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we got another question here. Let's see. What could be some unexpected issues with adding back analog gear to a USB/MIDI controller setup? That's a pretty good question. The thing that comes to mind off the top is maybe like saving patches. You're saving patches in different places on different pieces of gear. You may have to recall them later. I could see that maybe being an issue. If you're someone that goes to a lot of different studios and portability is a must for you, then that could also be an issue. But to be honest with you, man, if you're someone like me, like you have a dedicated workspace, adding analog gear into your system shouldn't really be a problem.
Right.
Yep.
Someone said noise. That could be a little issue.
Yeah, true. I tend to look at noise as seasoning though. I look at
Old Bay.
I look at sounds like a mother looks at their son. Son's like, I got a big scar on my face. I'm like, oh, that's just part of your character, baby. That's what make you look like you. That's what make you good. That's how you are one of a kind. That's how I could pick you out if you ever get lost. All that. That's how I feel about things like noise and interference. I'm like, I'm just gonna make this somehow part of the overall thing. You know what I mean?
Not
but
bad at that.
True, you could get a little bit of noise introduced. True. Yeah, that's a good question though about the analog gear. Let's see. Since touring is paused, how can artists justify investing money into producers if they can't see the money to be earned? All right, let me read that question one more time. I think that's really a good question.
That is.
Since touring is nearly paused, how can artists justify investing money into producers if they can't see the money to be earned? Well, as an artist, listen, you're going to need a producer. Whether you're the producer or you pay somebody or whatever, you're going to need a producer. So it's not about the money to be earned, because a lot of artists aren't earning money off of their music right now anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're new, you're not really going to be earning too much money off your music. You're still going to need producers. So what am I trying to say here? We need each other. And artists make money off of touring, but what percentage of artists make money off of touring? What percentage of artists were touring? If you're talking about people that just started, and even people that's been doing it for a long time, what percentage of them was making money off of touring? Right. Everything else outside of touring still requires music. Music still requires production. So therefore, as an artist, you'll probably you'll still need a producer to showcase your skill anyway.
I look at like it makes me think of like Facebook ads, and then something I've been learning is the stock market, right? It's one of those things that to even have the potential to make money, you got to put money in it. You got to pay to play. Like stock market, bro, even if the smallest account, if you don't got 500 in there, you really can't finesse like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't afford to get into some of the deals. And I think it's the same thing with production, right? As artists, either they have to partner and you have to get in, or you got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And it might be cheaper at the beginning, and then you work your way up. But at some point, you have to spend money to make this process kind of go. And because the producer don't get money off the tours and the shows, and they don't get money off the merch. But we're helping them grow that aspect of it. So they just got to pay up. But I mean, the market is definitely taking a hit though. Like as far as everybody.
But you still need music to make your music.
You're right. It's the foundation.
Yeah, outside of touring. But I like questions like that because they're very thought-provoking questions. Speaking of which, did you see we got picked up by a blog or of some sort?
The clips have been going crazy.
Yeah. These clips have been all right. And I will say, real quick, thanks to everybody that's been submitting these questions. When I send out emails and I post stuff in my stories to swipe up and put your questions and things in the form. These are the questions that make it to Instagram, that get everybody talking, to get picked up by other publications. Like these are the ones. So just when you see the form come around, it's not just like just whatever. Just know that a question that you may have, not only can we sit here and answer or speculate, it goes out to millions of people potentially. And now you have started a topic in the hip hop community. And you may have asked a question that really needs to be answered, or you may ask a question that we didn't have the answer to, but now somebody else knew the answer to. You know what I mean? So just think about that. Anytime you see a forum go around, or ask to participate in a survey, or ask to provide topics, just know that it could really change your community if you participate.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all. It's like you've been tagged in the post, and then I clicked it, and I looked at how many followers they got. I'm like, oh,
right,
all right.
And it was off our super producer conversation that has been going on for 3 weeks
that just
now.
Been going crazy. That just been going crazy.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, there was another super producer question in here. I'm gonna save that for the end. Let's see. Oh, well, somebody said our name needs to be in the conversation with super producers because there's no them without Unquantized. Much appreciated. That was Young Quintendo. Appreciate you, brother.
Young Quintendo Power. What's up? Why go on, man?
Okay, so here's a good question, kind of related to the super producer thing, kind of not. Is it easier to restore a classic artist or build a new one?
Ooh.
I think that's a really good question.
Ooh.
Personally, my answer to that, just not knowing a whole bunch of facts, is restore a classic artist. Only because, and I'm basing that off of not knowing any facts, any variance to this, but only because there's the potential for an audience of some sort to already be there. There's some type of social proof or some type of proof already there with the classic artist. So that kind of lowers the barrier to entry. I mean, am I off? Am I off on that? Now, it depends on, of course, when were they a classic artist? You know, if they were a classic artist 50 years ago, then it becomes exponentially harder to do. But if a classic artist like I don't want to shit on nobody, but just somebody from a few years ago. If you have the potential to resurrect a new artist, and you put that same energy into an artist that already has some type of existing fan base, I feel that you are slightly ahead of the game. And it's slightly easier to do, but I'm not saying it's way easier to do.
See,
what's your thoughts on that?
I'm actually the opposite, right?
Okay.
Because, and again, I don't want to shit on nobody, but first person that popped in my mind is like Ja Rule, right? Right? Ja Rule had hit songs, huge fan base, right? But I'm pretty sure if you put new records on Ja Rule, it's not going to work well because we have an association with who Ja Rule is and his sound, and it's not going to translate to the new like that. And it's a lot of those artists that's like that. Like anybody from that time era, I feel like they have a hard time making music now that's going to be relevant. To where a new artist, you can basically do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And you can mold them however they want, and nobody has that thing about them of like, oh, that's what that person is. Because anytime anytime I see an older artist and they make a record, I'm like, oh God, what is this? You know what I mean?
Even R&B?
R&B is not as bad, but for the most part, yeah. Because even when I see like, again, I'm not trying to like diss anybody, but certain people, when I hear their songs, I'd be like, oh, this is just like another. It's another. If they do anything that's outside of what I know them for, and I feel like that's most people, it's gonna be weird.
You raise a good point. And I also realized in me explaining that, in my mind, I'm thinking of an R&B artist for some reason. I'm just thinking more in the sing-songy rather than rap. And you said Ja Rule. That shit really drove things home to me. I'm not saying I'm ready to just walk back my whole statement, but that really put things into perspective. And those were the variants, not knowing any variants that I was talking about, because that's a big variant though. Trying to make a new Ja Rule record right now.
And even like 50 Cent, I feel like 50 Cent could, if anybody could, he could pull it off, but I feel like it's going to be more difficult because we already know what 50 is. It's not going to be new anymore. So it's the shininess of it wears off. You get what I'm saying? To where it's a new artist, it's like, oh, let me find out about this person. Let me see what his sound is about. So I think to me, it's almost easier for the new person.
I see your point. Okay. Caveat. If the classic artist, no, you know what? No, I'm just gonna say I took an L on that stance, because once you brought up Ja Rule, I was like, oh, that just changes every goddamn thing. That just changed everything right there.
And I think I'm telling you, it's most of those artists from that era. I feel like it's not just Ja Rule, but most of those artists from that era, if they try to put out something now, it's gonna be weird. And that's why I think everybody's starting to move towards like TV shows and using a brand. It's only a few people that I feel like can stand. Like T.I. is one person who's like kind of crossed over and stayed relevant during all of this. But he was like kind of the forefather of what the sound is now. So to me, it's easier for him.
In my mind, I'm thinking like U2 or something. I don't even know why I went there, but I'm thinking more like, when I think classic artists, unfortunately, I'm not thinking of Ja Rule or 50 Cent. I'm thinking like Gladys Knight, U2,
right.
Somebody with a devoted fan base. And that was just my own perspective of where I was thinking as I was answering the question. But yes, you kind of brought me back to reality with that. You started naming people. I'm like, oh no.
I think who's a classic person that if they put out an album.
I got one, but I feel like I'm gonna be shitting on somebody, so I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I got a couple, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
All right, I'm ready to get off this topic because we about to shit on somebody to prove this point.
Sierra Show says, shoot, Nelly on Dancing with the Stars backflipping. Is he on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know. I know Carol Baskins is though.
Wow.
Killed her husband, whacked him.
Wow.
Yep. I didn't know Nelly was on Dancing with the Stars, and I didn't know he could still pull off a backflip.
Yeah, that's impressive though.
Look at
I tried to do a backflip a couple weeks ago, and I was hurt for about 2 weeks, dog. So that's impressive. He's still backflipping,
bro. I saw one of my old neighbors when I went back home, and he was like the backflip king. I was like, "What's up, bro? You ready to go out back, hit the playground, do some backflips?" He said he can still do one. I wasn't trying to get him to prove it to me though.
I could do it. My knees just was like, don't do that no more.
Nah, I'm way too much man to still be backflipping now. I used to be able to jump off stuff and backflip and all that. Nah, it's too much body to be moving around at this point.
Yeah. That's a good question though.
No, that was a really good question. All right.
Because it makes me think of like TikTok, bro. Like, bro, every 2 weeks it's a new TikTok song that's like blowing up. And these new artists are getting off, and it's just like, it's nothing.
Yeah. That's true. Shout out to the newer artists.
And this is a random rant, but I'm tired of TikTok taking classic stuff and then acting like they don't know where it came from. It's this new song, and they're doing the Pee Wee Herman dance, dog. And these kids is disrespecting the Pee Wee Herman dance and just acting like Pee Wee didn't come up with it, and this dude made it.
Slim. After the new Harlem Shake, I was done.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was disrespectful.
I'm like, dog, that is
G-Dep didn't do this.
That's 75% of the Running Man. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's interesting times, dog.
Nothing Harlem about these shakings.
I wonder is that how like when our parents was like hearing like someone sample something and they made that face like
Man, if I had a dime for every time I heard that ain't nothing but James Brown, that ain't nothing but James Brown. And it was true. It was nothing but James Brown. At a certain point in time, hip hop was nothing but James Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, this is not even like a wild take. I'm pretty sure everybody has this own take. I don't know if it's been publicly said. Mystical was just the hip hop James Brown.
Oh yeah.
And I don't mean just as in like a slight, but yeah, he was hip hop James Brown. 100%.
Even did some of the dances and stuff.
His whole swag was James Brown. The inaudible yellings. I'm like, man, it's James Brown for sure.
You know something that's wild? I was on YouTube and I was watching people play basketball, like YouTubers be playing, and they was playing this kid, and he's like the #1 8th grader in the world for playing basketball. Dog, it's Silk the Shocker's son.
Oh shit,
bro, cold, bro. Dog, he was like killing grown men on the court, like
what?
Cold blooded. But then you think Silk was about 8 foot tall, so it makes sense.
Facts. Damn, shit. Shout out to him. Damn, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. All the damn podcasts.
All these artists that I feel like is coming to my head. But I don't want to go down that route.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My nigga said Ja Rule. Fuck me up.
I mean, it was the first one that I thought of. It's like, bro,
that changed the world. That changed the world for me right there.
I keep getting the witness protection blur.
Young Blurry. Blurry Steakhouse. Oh, let me see how much time we got left. All right, we cool. So,
damn, I look like I'm in Minecraft, bro.
Dog, what are you? What's going on over here, dog? You look like you trying to catfish somebody slightly.
I look like the dude on First 48. It's like he ain't gonna snitch.
Facts. Hey, you want to talk about Oh wait, shout out to whoever just bought that been trapping. Do you want to talk about Amazon and the new Amazon's about to start hosting podcasts like everybody else in the world, and they got some new stuff. They got DJ Khaled coming out with a joint, Dan Patrick, a lot of people.
I don't know if I want to hear a DJ Khaled podcast. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Are you sure?
To me, DJ Khaled is very funny in short spurts. I don't know DJ Khaled. I'm sure he's a great guy and great to be around with.
What if you had a great guest though? I think Khaled could talk to people well.
But I just feel like he's gonna be yelling in random moments, like "Listen," and they're like, "I don't want that in my podcast." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's either gonna be that, or he's gonna be asking like really basic questions from the point of being amazed. You ever seen T-Pain do his thing where producers would come to his house and make a beat, and T-Pain be like, "What'd you just do right there?" They're like, "Yo, I hit Control D and then duplicate it." Like, nigga, like, "Oh my god, you just duplicated." I think Khaled would be like, "Yo, what made you put like a kick with a snare? Like, what made you even think of that?" I think I can see Khaled asking those type of questions.
He said he will be saying the same phrase all the time. Yo, That is another one. He'd be like, episode number 332, another one.
Yo, it's gonna be another one. Yo, this episode is gonna be full of major keys. Major keys.
We got our sponsor, Manscaped. Another.
I was thinking about that too. It's gonna be sponsor heavy, bro. It's gonna be super sponsor heavy. Yeah.
They're gonna be Snapchatting the whole time like this. But shout out to them. It's crazy how podcasts are taking off, bro. Like podcasts has become the new thing where everybody's trying to cash in.
That's a fact. Me and myself personally, I would never do a podcast.
It's like, who would do such a thing?
Facts. As we're on year, what year is this?
3, maybe 3, 4,
3, 4, something like that. Hey, shout out to whoever just bought the other Ben Trapping. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. We've had quite a run on this Ben Trapping. I will tell you that now. I know this is like a behind the scenes discussion, but it's been going.
Can't wait to do 6. You let me know when you want to do.
you like go Ben Trapping first.
You want to do Ben R&B in? What we doing? I can think of another way to.
Like, damn, y'all did Ben hip hopping?
Ben lo-fiing. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my camera today. There we go.
Yeah, you jump crazy. You still got the same joint? Same one?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's that time, man.
I need to. Okay, people that watch this on YouTube or whatever. I need like some decoration. I need something going on in this room. I got like hell of equipment and all that. But I need something, man. I'm down for decoration ideas. Like send me some Amazon shit. I don't know what to do.
Bro, I did the podcast with Legion Beats and it made me realize I need to decorate my room because it's like I'm looking at my background like I don't know if this is I don't know if this is the wave.
Gabe got a dope background. Yeah, between his background and his bare knuckle boxing beard, he's giving me a lot to be envious of, man. Shout out to Gabe, man. Always.
Young Gabe definitely looked like he would give you fisticuffs.
Put him up. Back to
we had a good talk though. Like I was mad that the podcast was ending. Like I was in it, bro. I was like talking. And he's like, "All right, man, I gotta go."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You ain't got 20 more minutes, cuz?
That's a fact. Me and him did a training. I think he had access to it for a while. It was 10 ways producers could make music 10 times faster. It was 10 times 10, something like that. I'm gonna put that training out too somehow because it was pretty good. So shout out to Gabe, man.
Out here making that guizop.
3 years, I think. I remember the first podcast. Man, shout out to the day one.
Man, those are wilder times too.
Oh my god, bro! Drunk
because the show didn't end until we drank the whole bottle of Jameson. That was our that was the cutoff. Like, all right, we finished the bottle,
and our average was 5 to 6 hours. We used to do this every Friday for 5 to 6 hours,
chilling.
Wow, drunk. Excited. We were excited, bro. We was definitely excited as hell.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to and then I would just have to sit and sober up. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. That's
so
right.
I would be. It would be a whole all day event podcaster.
Facts. Let's see. Lights. 8. Yeah. Okay. People send us suggestions. Lights.
Oh, I got something for you, cuz.
What you got?
I don't know if you ever seen on like Snoop's Instagram, but he got the little star projector joints at the ceiling. Bro, I got them. You know, I'm a young import shorty. You know what I mean? Get stuff from overseas.
Yeah, see, and I know you're gonna show me the good ones to get.
Yeah, so I got mine. They sell them for like $50. I got my joint for the hot 15. You know what I mean? Exact same joint.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, definitely add some. And then I took my pictures from my Airbnb.
Oh,
so I got the Andre, the Atlanta joint, so I'm gonna put them up in here.
Bro, I can't wait to be out.
Oh, I'm out. I'm still out.
It's almost over, bro. I got till January something.
I replaced my Airbnb love with stock trading. So I just switched the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna replace it with something, but yeah, about to be out, bro.
Let's see. So you guys were going till 4 hours minimum. Trizza making a liquor run halfway through.
Yep, that was a fact, bro.
Yeah, we were wilding, and there was some wild episodes. I feel like we're much more like professional now.
Oh yeah. Now we got topics. We ain't, but people asked more questions back then too.
Oh, yeah.
Now, granted, every other question was, "What DAW do you use?" But people ask
how do
me
I sell
questions.
beats? Yeah.
How do I? Yeah. Selling beats wasn't even like this. It was the shit back then, but it wasn't like the super shit like it is now. Hey, these people are giving some good ass suggestions, man. Real plants, the monolith lights. Okay.
We need to. That would be a good YouTube video, like upgrading my studio.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Go.
I don't change anything, and I want to change. So somebody's like painting this whole space. That would be dope. But I'd feel weird.
I've been doing a lot of LEDs. I got some under my table. It's like I got the strips running around. That's pretty cool. I got my lights and stuff pretty cool. Oh, dog, when the power went out, it messed up all my Wi-Fi bulbs. Like all of them, bro.
You had to reset them?
But no, I got to buy new ones. It like fried them.
Holy shit, are you serious?
Yeah.
Dog, do you know, I took a count. I have 22 Wi-Fi bulbs in this house.
Golly.
Yes, 22. I would be sad as hell if they all got fried. And I was so early in the game, they're all Philips. Them joints is like early. $30 to $50 a pop. I spent a lot of money with Philips. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Them shits are expensive as hell. Now, if I ever get new ones, I'm not ever getting Philips again. Yeah, it's been so many people that made them since then.
I got the cheap boys. It don't give you the in-between colors. It just give you the primary boys. Hey, I'll take it.
Nah, I got the Philips Hue joint. Them joints. And I started to do like all these Philips Hue too. I got like 5 over here. But yeah, $50 a pop. I'm about to go with the competitor.
Beats Music says, why did we get out of the Airbnb business?
All right, hold on real quick. I got some. I got some. Hold on. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you first, since you were out first?
So what happened with mine is I was doing very well, but someone bought the building that I was in, and my location was very prime, and I didn't want to rush into getting another one. And then with Airbnb, this time is like the slow season. Rona messed up all the great season, and then all of this is the slower season. So I didn't want to get back into another lease, paying a mortgage at the crib and then paying another lease to be breaking even or not making profit in a slow season. So I was like, yeah, I'll duck out, you know what I mean? Opportunity pops back up, something good comes up, I might jump back in. But you know.
Man, I think we just wanted a different location. It's good. It stays full. There's always somebody in there. Never any downtime. But just the amount of profit is turning versus just the things that you got to deal with every now and again. Mostly people. Mostly just different. Yeah, mostly just different type of people, and people ain't the most. Listen,
people be wilding.
People are nasty.
People be wilding.
I'm gonna keep on. People are nasty. I mean, of course, you have cleaners for the joint, so you necessarily don't have to clean it yourself. But just people in general are nasty. Wild things go on in the middle of the night, phone calls and shit, and just for the amount of money that's making it was profitable. I will say that it's still profitable.
It was great money.
Yeah, but nah, it would have to be doubly as profitable to get back into it.
Real quick, what's the wildest thing that happened to you?
Shit.
I can tell you mine. I can tell you 2 real quick.
Okay.
One, this dude booked, and he booked for like 17 days. Everything was great. Airbnb calls us on his last day, like, yo, he got to go right now. We like, yo, what the hell? Dog, they done stole a credit card and paid for the Airbnb. So I had to, and then he won't answer the phone, so we couldn't kick him out. Dog, so we had to call the police because Airbnb just like took him off the books. So basically he was trespassing. Had to call the police. The police came in there with the hammer. Dude was in there knocked out, sleep, and then had no idea what was going on. And then apparently his friend booked it and did all this stuff. So we had to wait in for him to get out, and it was a whole thing. And then 2, the other wild one was this dude booked, and then he was supposed to check out the next day, and then we got a booking for the next day. So it's a little gap in between so you can clean and turn it over for the next person. So we go over there to check on the cleaning, and I got my daughter with me, dog. Like, I'm holding my daughter. We walk in there, and it's people in there going at it, like
bang.
Yeah. Bang. And so I'm walking in there like, yo, what? I'm snapping, bro. I'm like, you supposed to check out? Yo, what are y'all doing? Dog, why the dude just booked separately? So they paid separate cleaning fees. They just didn't extend it. They booked 2 separate apps. You know what I'm saying?
So both people, the first guest and the second guest were the same.
They just never told us that they were the same people. So I'm thinking they over there just like staying past time. Bro, it was a whole thing, bro. I'm arguing with them and they all butt booty naked. I was so upset that day, bro. I had to walk like 2 miles to come down.
Butt naked argument. It's like the Garden of Eden all over again.
Bro, it was terrible.
I think, okay, the lightweight one was, we had a guest that was supposed to check out. It's like an hour after they're supposed to be gone. For some reason, we're down there to change the ring battery. I'm like, hold up. The person's supposed to be out. Smell weed. Go in that joint. It's a whole weed party going on, bro. First, I've never seen 5 people smoke weed around the no smoking sign. Like it's a tent sign on the counter that says no smoking. Mad weed and there, bad weed in the bedroom than the main dude that booked. Like, yo, ain't you such and such? No, that's my brother. Man, get the fuck out of here. Everybody just walked out. An hour after they were supposed to be out, bro. No smoking an hour after you're supposed to be out. You and they're smoking. Also, there's a clause of no like filming and part like movies and skits and photo shoots. No photo shoots. I guess these people didn't. Is a couple that didn't read that part and proceeded to send us pictures of a photo shoot that they did in the crib, all butt naked on the couch and shit, all butt naked all over the place.
Oh,
like wait, first of all, why are you sending naked pictures of you and your mate or your spouse? And also, it clearly says no photo shoots. You just send it as, and you got your WAP all over the couch.
Not the
what's going on? Like, why would you send pictures of this?
The wet dry knob.
No, and it's a person and is one other person that just for some reason I've never seen so many internal body fluids that just happen to get out of your body and you leave places. Most of your shit that's on the inside, you keep it on the inside as you move throughout life, correct? It's just somebody who this shit is over here, the shit is over here, the shit is man, people are nasty, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure that somebody shot for the hub on at my spot because the girl was in like an outfit, but we had the Ring camera on the front. So we looking at the Ring camera like, what is going on? No, she in front of the door in full laundry. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, like, bro?
Yo, wait. Also, right when the Rona first hit, we had somebody have a party in that jump. This is like prime lockdown, everybody on lockdown time. Somebody got that jump. Remember they stopped Airbnbs for a while.
Oh yeah.
This was like the day before that. So shit was so bad with the Rona that they just banned Airbnbs. This one person booked, and next thing you know, it's just mad. First, we also no parties. Clearly says that no parties. People act like you don't have a doorbell camera. People just showing up with cooler after cooler after cooler. It's like 15 people, bro. This is height of the Rona, and just a party, just a full out party. I'm like, nah. People are nasty, bro. And having an Airbnb makes me never want to stay in an Airbnb.
Oh yeah,
I'll be honest with you, man. I still do hotels because of that.
it make you look at stuff way different.
People are disgusting. Fellow man, my ass. I'm not related to you animals. No.
Oh yeah, people be wild, and you know it's wild when I'm sure yours is the same. I would only get couples.
Yes, always.
This, like, you know what time it is.
Dog. Every piece of furniture, man, look, kids, cover your ears. Every piece of furniture is going to fuck on. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Your countertops, your spoons, they can fuck on your spoons, man. I'm trying to tell you. People are nasty. People are disgusted. So think about that. Next time you get an Airbnb, watch.
I know
whatever you put down, watch that.
this turned into Airbnb. But someone, I had fake flowers in there, and the dude took it and tried to put them like rose petals on the floor.
And put fake flowers
and chocolate and strawberry, but no, and then he tried to act like he didn't do it. But it's like obvious, like you could clearly see where he picked the fake petals off. No, I taxed his ass so crazy for that joint. I'm like, oh yeah, that flower costs $200.
oh, that's a fact. Oh, not to mention the stuff that you get stolen out of that.
Oh,
bro. Oh yeah, we taxing. We taxing for the stolen items, and for you and you and the whole Snoop Dogg gang smoking. Taxing.
So that's why I got out, and I've been dealing with the stock market instead. The stock market is just me and my risk tolerance, and you know, I can make that same money plus some without having to deal with nasty people who are trying to shoot a movie on a red cam at an Airbnb.
Yeah, bro. I don't want any more butt naked photo shoots sent. So I'm pretty cool. Why would you send me a picture of you and your girl butt naked?
That's very random. That's very random.
What are you doing?
Heard you're a super host.
Yeah. There's some hoes in this house.
All that being said, diversify your money. You know what I mean? If you get music money, put it somewhere else. Airbnb might not be the best thing for you at the moment. You know what I mean? Unless you're into butt naked people all over your furniture at some point. You know, hey, then feel free.
Facts. We definitely turned this into the Airbnb segment of the show.
It was just one of the things I hadn't talked about. I had to get it off my chest, man. It was one of the things that I hadn't talked to nobody about.
I have a question though, and bro, why are we at an hour plus and we still going? Yeah, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 8 seconds, and we're still on. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Something changed. Instagram ain't tell me about.
The versus effect.
There you go. I think they're doing a versus. Let them rock. Give them another hour. But before they cut us off, I think we should bow out gracefully because we definitely get cut off mid sentence. Even though I would kind of like to check this out. Zulu Child said this place is therapy for me. I appreciate it, man.
Hey man, appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just therapy for me today. Oh, just today, man. Hell with you. It's like, no, appreciate it. Definitely. Maybe better off buy a rental property than Airbnb. Man, listen, whatever. Just don't go into it again because people are disgusting.
Bro, I hadn't went in my joint in months, bro. Because the cleaners are just like, send me the pictures afterwards.
Dog. Finally got a bomb cleaner, but it's about to be over with.
Yeah,
she more expensive than the other ones though. But she's the ones that like go to the grocery store for you and all that.
Oh yeah,
fire.
She bought it.
Fire. She bought that money too.
I'm not mad. Yeah, Airbnb is you gotta try stuff. You gotta test stuff out. It was an interesting learning experience.
Oh, for sure. And not to say it won't happen again. Just at a better location. You know, different times. Great show today, fellas. Appreciate you, Prentice.
Appreciate it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just really kind of excited. I'm feeling like we're special, but we're gonna fuck around and read that like, oh no, they extended it to 2 hours for everybody. Yeah. So hold on. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, definitely. Two things. If you hadn't got Ben Trapping yet, please, man, it is selling like hot cakes. Hit up SoundOracle.net or theproducerkit.com. Pick up Ben Trapping, our biggest selling series to date. Also, a lot of people hit me up. I did my birthday sale. I wasn't able to hit a lot of people back, but people were like, man, I don't get paid till such and such and blah, blah, blah. Can you extend it? So I extended it through this weekend. The total bundle is 90% off. No promo code needed. Everything else, 40% off. Use code BDAY40.
Hey, go get that. The total.
And no, it's not my 40th birthday for everybody that thought they cracked a certain code. No, it's just 40% off. It's not my 40th.
It's a better number, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice round number. A lot of people thought they cracked a certain code on that. But aside from Ben Trapping and all that good stuff, brother, do you have anything else?
Man, spam some hearts in the chat if you want me and Oracle to make Ben R&B or something. Hey man, if it's working, I'm trying to keep on.
Ben yodeling part 1.
No, what y'all want? Ben vocaling, what y'all need, man? Ben vocaling. I had a box made tomorrow.
Damn, the niggas did Ben pencil drumming? Oh my God. It's
Ben
crazy. Ben pimping. I like that.
Oh, I got the October boy though. I got all my parts done. We'll talk afterwards.
Yeah, it is that time again. It is that time again. Also, man, I'd like to send a special shout out. I don't believe we're still on. I'm just really rambling because we're still on. I want to send a special shout out to Realistic Productions, the ultimate engineer who I have been driving crazy with my schedule and stuff to be mixed and then remixed and then swapped out and then mixed again and mixed over. I know I done drove that man crazy this last week. That's why he is the GOAT, because he puts up with me and does great work. So shout out to Realistic, man, for sure.
I was laughing at Zulu said Ben Airbnb.
Ben Airbnb, nigga.
Points.
Ben washing.
Points. Right.
That's a fact.
Ben bleaching.
Ben bleaching.
Yeah, I think I'm still undecided. I think I might go to the studio for the first time in 6 months, 7 months. My boy Diego's in town.
Okay.
I'm about to be in there. The only guy masked up and fully clothed, wearing long sleeve and all that stuff. But hey man, I think I might go.
I had a birthday party, so but it was family. It was monitored. It was done in a lab like environment. But what is mask protocol around people and like in a certain setting?
Oh, I don't be knowing because I be feeling like I'm rude for putting my mask on in front of people.
Well, if you go out to eat with people, it makes it super weird because you have the mask on and you whatever, and I don't dap our elbow and all that stuff. Keep them bows not ashy. Look at that.
Right.
But then you eat and you take it off and you sit and hit. So do you, after you finish eating, you put it back on and continue talking after the meal? Like what's the?
Yeah, it's still tricky.
Yeah, dog. We need some protocol, man. Some mask protocol. Or in Georgia, as they say, no mask. Doesn't matter.
Bro. And I know we about to get off. Out here, bro, they is in the club smoking hookah like nothing happened, dog. And I don't know if I'm the only person that thinks the hookah makes it 20 times worse because when you smoke hookah, you like breathing out super heavy. The smoke is carrying the particles. You know what I mean? Like, dog, clubs is packed right now, dog.
Nah. Wait, you know what they doing back home though?
Oh God.
No, the complete opposite. We pull in DC, people walking down the street, everyone's wearing masks. Just walking out in public, like not even around people. Everybody has on a mask. In DC and Virginia, not so much in Maryland, but we didn't go to too many parts of Maryland while we was out there. But in DC for sure. You can see somebody walking down the street 4:00 in the morning by themselves. They got a mask on. Complete opposite of what we doing here in Georgia.
Oh yeah, Georgia's wild west out here, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Out here, we still we still mad about our rights in the grocery store. I see. Reckless Wave to the pandemic. Oh, now you getting it. Now you getting. Been eating with my mask on. Okay, now y'all just going places. Sorry, I'm so spicy today. I literally woke up from a nap, tuned straight in. Oh, you got nap time spice.
My dog is out here. He said, "I'm ready. I'm well rested."
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. But yeah, it's been 1 hour, 7 minutes. Well, 1 hour and 8 minutes now.
It's pretty cool.
I want to say that we're special, but like I said, I feel like as soon as I get off here, I'm see that Instagram instituted a new rule that applies to everybody. Like maybe I get off here and say a blue check or something. Who knows?
Man, I need the blue check ASAP.
Blue check, maybe. What do you think you get with a blue check? And this will be the last thing.
Oh, a lot, bro. I think the blue check. I think if social media is your business, a blue check is a great investment because you got to think about it. You comment on somebody, they responded. It's getting seen. It's a different respect with the blue check.
You hit the showing inbox. Up in the versus chat?
Yeah, bruh. That you notice you don't be seeing your friends. You only see Swiss Beats, Tony Baker, and
I can tell who Instagram think I really fuck with because I'll see y'all. I see those people's comments and everybody else is just blue check.
Yeah, just like Michelle Obama. I'm like, yo, I don't even follow you. Like, why are you showing me her?
Facts though. Yeah, why am I seeing Bernie Sanders in my verses?
Joe Biden, stop waving.
The letter LP said. Wait, no, it's not the letter LP. Somebody said Instagram heard you guys talking about 5-hour joints. That's a fact.
Hey. We in there.
Y'all got mob ties paying IG off. No.
Tim was like, "Hey, hook my boys up."
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, you know, go and give him that Gladys Knight effect.
Shout out to Patti too, the girl that does the versus thing. She was a big party promoter in Atlanta. She had the dopest party, bro. It was like a movement called Broken Bougie, and people would go to the party to get a photo shoot.
Broken Bougie, that sounds like me.
Oh, bro, it was awesome. Great times in Atlanta.
That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, man. No one has any questions.
Yeah,
because I was really trying to see how long this would go. But all right,
I mean, we could have more Airbnb talk.
Slim. Ugh.
Disgusted.
That's all I got, bro. How do you stain the tub? Isn't that when you take a shower? Isn't that constant water flowing? How do you stain a tub? No, for all right, listen. If you're not, we're gonna go on for a hot second. But if you're not up for like harsh language and all that type of stuff, I might have a real, just like regular conversation, nothing nasty, but just regular phone conversation and shit. So if you got kids around, you might want to jump off. But how the fuck do you stain a tub, dog? Like, seriously, what are you eating?
Oh man, they doing some nasty. They real nasty, next level nasty.
Dog, I have people dye their hair in the joint, leave shit all over the place. Like, people don't care. People just don't care.
It's because it's not theirs too.
Yo, yeah, that's true. Eyelashes, bruh.
God.
If I think I see another damn caterpillar again, it just look like caterpillars laying all over your shit. Just eyelashes everywhere, but you're like, kill it.
Spider.
Dog. Yeah, or bat wing or something. Shit is crazy, man.
Or that, and then when people, like, I used to smoke at one point in time in my life, no longer smoke. I used to think that I could sneak around and like smoke in the bathroom or something. Bro, that shit don't work, dog.
Oh,
that shit is obvious, bro. Like, you're not fooling anybody. People, oh shit, drop the phone.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Oh damn. What are you doing, bro? You look like a Dang, you pause. You look like a Kurt Franklin album cover right there where you pause.
They be hopping, going, you.
Come and have a Holy Ghost party with me. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. A bat. Yeah, them eyelashes look like bat wings. They treat the Airbnb like rental car. Yo, that's a fact, man. I'm like, yo, your house gotta be crazy. Cause as crazy as these people be, it's not like, oh, I'm somewhere else. Let me just be next level crazy this weekend. No, I'm like, this is your normal level crazy. This is why you're not staying at your house.
Oh yeah. Cause
your house is being fucked up from the last thing you did at your house. So now you got to put your bat wing somewhere else for a couple of days.
It's like all the wild stuff that they thought about doing, but don't want to do it at their own house, so they ain't got to clean it up. Like that's Airbnb comes in.
Listen, man, I tell you what, we out of there. The first thing is every major piece of furniture in there is getting sold right out of the spot. I'm like, no, we're not touching this shit. We're not moving it nowhere. Come and pick this shit up from right here.
You know it's bad when we had it cleaned and disinfected before we moved anything.
That's real.
We had it cleaned and disinfected to move the stuff.
That's real. Dog, it's nasty. I don't even know if I want the TVs I bought. I might get rid of the TVs. I don't know what y'all been doing. It might be WAP on the 4K. You never know.
Not the WAP. And we not talking about BET jams.
Exactly. Yeah. This ain't tip drill. That's WAP on the 4K.
My dog said WAP on the 4K.
Dog, you never know, bro. Yeah, I'll be making a bed when I leave Airbnbs. Bro, if you know like I know, you wouldn't touch a bed in the Airbnb.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, cuz.
Nah, bro, we had like this little fur little foot thing at the foot of the bed. You know, trying to be fancy. First Airbnb, trying to be fancy. Had like this little fur jump. Man, had a little fur stuck together like praying hands on that jump. I'm like,
what's that movie? Something About Mary.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? Yes.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yo, let me show you the Airbnb pose when taking anything out of or moving anything in your Airbnb.
Trash can.
The little game, the claw, move, drop.
Man.
Yeah, everything trash can. I'm like, you got a dirty diaper in here. You ain't even got a baby. What's going on?
Is that a furry suit? Wildness.
Wait, let's see. Have y'all seen Timbaland's live where he plays 2 bars before he says next? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the music.
That's
industry.
real life. Yeah, that's real life, man.
Shout out to Tim too. He played. I got a homie named Denuzo, young cat from VA. Cole. I feel like he's gonna be one of those like one of them. They gonna figure it out. He's in that. It's a couple people I think they're gonna figure it out, which is Chambers. I believe in the kid. I think Facts. He got it. He gonna figure it out. Yeah. And then Denuzo is in there. And Tim, dog, been playing a lot of his beats, man. Like really showing love to him. So shout out to him for that.
Fire, man. Yeah, shout out to everything they got going on.
Yo, Busy. Yo, Busy Works Beats. What up, man?
Yo, Busy, why they gave us over an hour. I don't know what's going on.
Busy made the call. Busy's like, yo, they good people. Now we just gotta see how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, this is crazy. All right, for real, man. If no one has any questions, we're gonna get up out of here. I think last comment is Sandman Griffin. I haven't even checked on the YouTube today. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Listen, we're out of here for real. And I just want an official time check on this segment. It is 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 5 seconds.
Not bad.
Awesome. We did it. We broke the laws of time.
We popping.
Fact. So listen to everybody that stuck around, to all 17 people still left in here. We appreciate you. It's been another episode of Unquantized Podcast. We will catch you next week. Later.
Sure. Peace out.